How impressed have you been with David Singleton and his minutes he's been getting?
David's been playing well. He's a nice spark off the bench. He's efficient with what he does. Sniper, plays hard, so he's been well.
What kind of personality does he add to this team?
You know, he was a winner all throughout high school. I don't know what he did in middle school, but I don't think he played at AU. But I know he won a lot in high school. He makes sure he lets us know about it in there. And he just brings that culture. I mean, he wants to win. He works very hard, so let's go.
What does he say?
He just likes doing things right. Anytime coach or anybody explains something, David is probably the first person to just, try his hardest to do it right.
You guys have been kind of streaky in Pac-12 play. What's it going to take to get, not let this one loss kind of snowball into something more?
Just focus, move on to the next game, try and execute the game plan, obviously, and just go from there and just continue to just do that, execute the game plan.
I feel like we've been talking about turnovers for a lot of weeks now. Is there anything else that's kind of new that could be said about cutting down turnovers, or is it at this point kind of the same thing?
It's always the same thing, simple plays. Yeah, I mean, if we keep it simple and we we play well, everybody looks good. So it's when we start getting to the degree of difficulty where we turn the ball over.
Colorado swept you guys last year. Does that kind of get your full attention, even though their record's not great right now?
Absolutely. I don't think their record was great last year
when
they swept us. So, I mean, we're in a league where if we play well, we could beat anybody. But if we don't play well, we could lose to anyone. So we can't take any game for granted, and we just have to come out with the same focus every game.
What does having Alex back bring to this team right now?
Just experience. Alex has a high basketball IQ. He can shoot the ball, stretch forward. So it just gives you a different look at that position.
This is kind of an off-topic question, but where did you get this shirt?
I got this from the first four last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Jalen came out with a nice shirt too, so
yeah,
it looked like it was shirt day or something.
Like a Matrix shirt or something.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we got this from the tournament last year.
How would you say your kind of coming back to the team has gone?
It's going well. I think started off a little rocky, but every game's getting better and better. Just getting more comfortable being back on the court.
What's kind of gone into that, getting more in the flow? Just more practice time, more being around the guys?
Definitely, that's exactly it. More practice time, just going from not being able to play at all to slowly getting back into it, getting more reps, being around the guys more. That's been the key.
What was it like getting in the actual game for the first time? Were you a little bit hesitant with what your injury was and just kind of letting it kind of play out, or what was that like?
I definitely was a little hesitant, but when I first got on the court and I heard all the cheers and everything, it just it was a special feeling, just the support from the fans and everything. But playing-wise, first couple games, I was definitely a little hesitant.
You are obviously one of the few older guys on this team. Was it hard to be a leader when you were sidelined because maybe you felt like you weren't contributing, so your voice didn't carry as much weight?
I did a little bit, but then the coaches were telling me just keep doing it because they will listen. The guys will listen. They know that you're a vet, that you've been here. So I did my best just to help them during the tough stretches of games or practice or even the good times, just handle themselves and stuff.
What was it like having to watch those first few games just on the sideline, knowing that you guys definitely needed a little bit of help at that time?
Yeah, it was a really tough feeling, and I was just so upset. But I mean, I think they did a pretty good job. They did well. All of them really picked up their game, and it's actually helped us right now at this point because they're all basically vets in a way because they've gone through all these battles and stuff. So it definitely helped.
How impressed have you been with David Singleton and the composure he's shown as a freshman coming in when he's out there?
He's really composed. We know when he's coming out there, he's not going to turn the ball over. He'll make the right play, the simple play. He could shoot the lights out. So he's been a big get for us, and he's been playing really well at a really high level.
What do you think you guys learned from that Washington game to be able to get better against Colorado?
Just we know we want to play fast, but just play more under control. Don't go crazy. Make simple plays and just value the ball. That's one of the biggest things because we had I think 18 turnovers at halftime, which you're not going to win games doing that. So we just know that if we value the ball, then we can beat anyone.
What made their zone defense difficult to play in actuality versus on film, what you might have expected?
Their length and their athleticism, they're really fast, quick hands. Thibault, he's like a menace on defense. He's just everywhere. So it was just kind of hard to emulate that because we're a big team too, but they're all long guards, everyone. So they were really active.
I know we keep talking about turnovers with you guys. What's kind of the key to making some real progress there?
Just slowing things down. I feel like we get sped up a lot, and we see the home run play, and we see it right in front of you, right in front of our eyes and stuff. And it's better to make a couple plays before going for the home run. So.
How impressed have you been with David Singleton? What he's been able to do in his limited minutes?
Really impressed. It's not that hard just coming off the bench as a shooter. Expecting to make shots, but he's been doing a really good job at it.
Random question, but is that a Matrix T-shirt that you were?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. It might be a coding shirt. I like it though. I don't know.
How do you feel like you've adjusted getting back into the starting lineup in these past few games?
I really just learned to slow my game down and just do the things that I'm really great at, and just stand in my lane with that.
What would be those things that are in your lane then?
Just rebounding and passing. I think I do a really good job at passing the ball and finding an open person and with limited turnovers.
You guys have had some pretty good energy in Pac-12 play at Poly. Anything go into that, do you think?
We just all love playing for the fans. We all love just putting on the white uniform, coming in Poly. It's just great. It's a great feeling, and then just seeing all those people out there, I just love playing for them.
Starting the game with Moses, how do you think that sort of affects the floor spacing when you have two bigs who usually don't really take too many jumpers?
Yeah, it does get kind of crowded a little bit, but I kind of like, lurk around the high post and let him do all the low post work, and I just try to find the guys on the perimeter more and do more passing when he's in, and then when he's out, I try to take his spot and do the stuff in the low post area too.
Has the high-low been something that you and Moses have been spending a lot of time on in practice?
Yeah, I throw him a lot of lobs, and he dunks on everybody on the team, so we've been spending a lot of time on that.
You guys have done so much zone defense the last month or so. Do you guys still work on man-to-man in practice, or have you gone pretty much exclusively zone in practice?
We worked a little bit on man-to-man, but the zone, our statistics in the zone is just, they're better than what our man was, so we just decided to stick to zone more.
Why does zone work for you guys?
We have so much length, and our guys can just cover the floor so well. So just being in a zone, it just helps the team better.
What did you learn from facing Washington's zone when you're going on offense against their zone defense?
Yeah, their zone defense is really good. They got a lot of length also, and we just learned that they're in the gaps more, so it's hard to drive the open lanes. Sometimes we get spaced out in our zone, and we might need to, compact it a little bit, just like they do.